Nicky Hawkins just come back from White Hart Lane virtually. It was Tottenham 2, West Ham 1. Dom, it was, I can't say it was a bad performance because it weren't a bad performance. We dominated a lot of that game, but there are some alarm bells ringing in terms of attack and defence.
We didn't disgrace ourselves. Didn't disgrace ourselves at all. I thought we deserved to go to penalties at least. The fact of the matter is, defensively, we were inept tonight. Both goals were poor. Lanzini dawdling on the ball that led to the first goal. Done really well to hit back straight away. And then my biggest pet hate in football, conceding straight after you've scored. Schoolboy stuff. Hold the game, keep focused, ride it out to half time. Poor. There's a reason Diop and Dawson are back up. They're good backup, but I've said this before. They get a run of games together, they get found out. They're not good enough to play consistently week in, week out. That's why we have Zuma and Ogbonna, and we're missing them big time. We're missing them big time. But Spurs.
It's not. Sorry, it's not just Dawson and Ogbonna. Zuma and Ogbonna, is it? It's the whole back four. Soufal's missing tonight for something I don't believe he should have been missing for.
Yeah.
However,
Ashby was very good though.
Ashby was very good, but a defence is. It takes a lot of work at defence, and you have your whole back four out, your first choice back four. You're always going to struggle, always.
It's typical West Ham, innit? I mean, this is our best defensive back line I've seen us ever have. Like, this is probably for decades. And in typical West Ham fashion, they're all out injured at once. It's the West Ham way, ain't it? But Spurs done a job on us, didn't they? Tactical Conte game, weren't it? Vintage Antonio Conte. They took the lead. They got the lead back straight away. They pressed us well. They sort of forced us back into areas where we looked uncomfortable. We had the better of the game in the second half, but we didn't really trouble them. They defended very well. And that's vintage Conte. That's why he's the manager he is. That's why they were so desperate to get him in. One of the world's best, I'm afraid.
To be honest with you, mate, I disagree a little bit there. I don't think they did defend very well. I thought they was just as shambolic as us at times. But what I do think,
mate, they defended well. I thought the goalkeeper was good too, Lloris.
Goalkeeper was very good. I won't say much about it, but I don't think they was good defensively. I must say that. I think they was just as shambolic as us. It was just that with no Antonio, mate. To be honest with you, I think Antonio would have had a field day today.
I thought Bowen was very good, though, in his position. I thought Bowen was better than Antonio's been the last few weeks. Took his goal brilliant. That was a great goal. Shifted it onto his weaker foot, completely done Dice, sat him on his arse. Great finish, but sadly, it was all in vain. The frustrating thing, isn't it? We're playing these teams at the worst possible time. 2 months ago, we played Spurs and we edged them out, but they were very low on confidence. I think had we played this game 2 months ago with a fully fit team and they would have still had Nuno instead of Conte, I think we'd have wiped the floor with them. Certainly, Arsenal last week, Arsenal were in a bit of a rot in October. We were flying. Played them at the worst time. The injuries and all that, they're starting to catch up with us, but also a bad summer window's catching up with us because, we've got no options on the bench. Zuma was the only, I think Areola's been good as well, but Areola's not a regular first team player. It's just Zuma, really, isn't it? And the window's catching up with us. Like Krau's not getting many games. Vlasic, I thought Vlasic done okay tonight. I'll give him that. I thought he'd done well. Shouldn't really have come off. I think it was a lot too like for like. Lanzini deserved to come off. I thought Lanzini was disappointing, but the window's catching up with us, I'm afraid, and we need signings and we need players to come back. But last December we struggled. We won one game in December. I think we had a few injuries then. We were I think Antonio was out, and when he come back, we looked at different sides. So it's disappointing to lose to them, but to be honest with you, I half expected it really. I just think we're playing these teams at the worst possible time. We've got 3 big games now. Southampton, Watford, and then Palace coming up, all in the short space of time. I'll take 7 points out of that. I think we should be.
Are we at risk of having our season derailed a little bit by these injuries?
No, because they'll be back. But we're at risk of having our season derailed if we don't have a good January transfer window. We have to get it right. We got it right by luck, I think, with Lingard last time because we still should have signed a striker that window. We should have signed a striker in the summer. We just need to get it right now, mate.
To be honest with you, mate, I don't think it's very acceptable that we've gone 3 transfer windows now, and well, this will be the third, and we still like there's reports today that they're just handing in their transfer targets now. If I was David Moyes, I would have had this done a month ago.
Yeah, I agree, but we don't do it. We don't do it. We're not set up enough for transfers, are we? Like, we always wait until last minute, too busy trying to like piss about with production videos and all that, commercial videos, instead of actually signing players. It's very frustrating, but we all know we've got to get it right. I mean, but we all know it's not going to be easy with Golden Sullivan running things behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. We just got to get through this month because it's a tough month anyway. We've not looked the same since the international break ended in November.
Mm.
But the injuries have caught up with us. They caught up with us towards the end of last season. We're just having a rough patch. It's not the end of the world. Losing to them is tough, but every team has a rough patch. We had a rough patch last December. We just got to get our players back, sign some players, and we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Like we've been in worse positions, haven't we? We can win the Europa League now. Focus on that instead.
No worries, Dom. Thank you very much, mate.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
pleasure.